Here we have the Glarry GLP Hardshell case for Les Paul guitars, and I purchased this to house my recently purchased Harley Benton HBSC 450 P90 gold top guitar. And I'm going to do a little review in comparison with a couple other cases I have, an Epiphone guitar case and a Gibson USA case. So this is a Glarry GLP hardshell case, retailed for $75.99 at the time of this recording. Taxes and insurance for shipping for me came up to be just about $81. It's yellow-brown, constructed of wood PVC, has a plush interior. We'll be checking out shortly. The top is, or the pattern is called micro groove. The surface does have a bulge, you can see that right here. Has a total of 4 latches. The one next to the handle here is lockable, and you get a key with that. You can see along with the tagging that came with it. The handle is decently like hard plastic, I would say, but does, as you can see, carry the same pattern. Total weight of the case itself is 7.4 pounds. And again, my purpose of buying this is to have a home for my recently purchased HBSC 450 P90. So why don't we take a look inside now? Okay, so let's take a look at the padding on the interior. You got a plush interior. There's the top. You've got about maybe 1/4 of an inch in the center, then about an inch on the sides depth. Then as you move towards the neck, it's pretty much about an inch deep as far as the support here. And the head area, headstock, very thin on the sides, but again, you probably have about an inch on either side, so that's not a big deal. It had 2 neck supports here with a little accessory box, which has kind of a little flimsy tab on it, and then the connection here is it's adequate. I don't think, as long as I'm not cranking on it, it should last for a while. And then you get the back support here, cushioning. So overall, it's not bad. It's just that we'll show later that when we put the guitar in, it'll really push up against here and actually even push out a little bit on the frame. But certainly able to lock it up, and for the most part, not too bad. I think it should work. Okay, so the Harley Benton is now in its home when it's not being played. We're going to go ahead and close it up, and I want to point out a couple things here real quick. You can see the padding it really shoves up against it when the guitar's in there. And because of that, it's actually pushing the wood out. So what's going to happen when we bring the lid down, it's going to come right down here and not hang over. So I'm going to have to kind of push it or snap it in, so to speak. So we'll take a look at that here real quick. So bringing the lid down, see that? It comes right there. It doesn't overhang enough to close it. So I'm going to go ahead and have to kind of work it in there to make sure we can get that in. You can see even over here, so I got that pushed down, and then we're able to lock it up. Again, they're a little bit loose, the latches, but once they're down, they're good and solid. So the handle's nice and solid. I'm not, decent material. I don't know how confident I'd be if I was gigging all the time with this, but that's not what I do. I'm just weekend warrior, so to speak, and not even that very much. But anyhow, so it does close up. I do feel comfortable enough carrying the guitar in there, weight-wise and everything. So there we are. So, final thoughts. The purpose of purchasing this guitar case was to find something aesthetically pleasing as well as functional for my Harley Benton SC450 P90 guitar, again Les Paul style. It wasn't a whole lot in the tweed style or this type of pattern that I could find, but I did find one here with Glarry, and although this isn't high quality, it'll definitely serve its purpose. For somebody like me who may be going out and jamming with buddies 3 or 4 times a year, I think this will be just fine. If you're traveling through air or more often, maybe not want to go with this one. But for my needs, I think this will be just right. It looks great with the guitar in it, and hopefully this will give folks other information that I wasn't able to find about similar cases. So thank you for watching, and be safe and happy.